Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, class, once again. So, um, before we get in touch with our discussion, let's have the activity first. So, this activity is actually belong to Minute Swap Shop, but it is just an exercises to prepare your mind for our discussion for today. So, here, activity 1, Minute Swap Shop, as what I said earlier, that it is just an exercise to your mind in order for you to prepare for our topic for today, for our discussion. Okay, the direction is choose what kind of pattern does the photo belong. So I will be showing you photo, then you have to identify which pattern or what kind of pattern it shows or does it belong. So you just have to identify then the different kinds of pattern. I will just show you, then you just have to choose what kind of pattern does the photo belong. Okay, first, are you ready? Okay, let's start now. Here, the first photo, you just have to choose whether it is the patterns of visual or flow, patterns of movement, rhythm, texture, or geometric patterns. So, what do you think it is? You can answer in chorus, you can answer verbally, or you can answer it orally. Orally, guys. Okay lang din siya. Then, and also, it is just a test for yourself. As what I said, exercises ra siya. So, um, we will, we will find out whether our answer or your answer is correct or wrong during our discussion naman pod. So, ano lang dyan siya, motivational, activity. So, the next one here is, okay, that picture shows what actually, heartbeat na siya. So, what kind of pattern mo na siya na belong? Okay, next is that. You just have to choose. Okay, next one. Okay, kana siya. Picture na siya sa mga animals na snake, ganun. Na ilahang mga actions or unsa ilang mga movement, diba? Okay. So kana siya dahon, leaves. Yes. So as you can see, na po siya yung mga pattern. Here, last one is wave. Okay. Water. So, I think na jud mo yung mga idea ani, mag-assume na lamang pug ko, no. Okay. Let's move on to our discussion. So, ang katunga siya activity class, ano lang to siya, for motivational alang siya. So, I guess na prepare na mo or na motivate na mo siya sa atong activity. So, you just have to check it yourself if your answer is correct or not here. So, that our topic for this afternoon is the different kinds of pattern. But first, we have to define pattern first. Okay. So, what is pattern? A pattern is a structure, form, or design that is regular, consistent, or recurring. Patterns can be found in nature, in human-made design, or in abstract ideas. They occur in different contexts and various forms. Because patterns are repetitive and duplicative. Their underlying structures, regularities can be modeled mathematically. So, makaingon jud ta class no na even mathematics, even pattern na belong siya sa mathematics. Yes, inana gud siya, mo gud na siya ang reality. Okay, here, the different kinds of patterns. So, as what you observe ganina, we have 6 kinds of pattern. But first, naatay patterns of visuals. Muna siya ay una. So, I assume na naka-remember pa mo ani nga picture ganina sa ato ang activity. So, may I call on Tableau to read um, the slide what is pattern. Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Pablo, for reading. So again, para sa tanan no, akong basahon. These patterns are can be seen from the seeds and pine cones to the branches and leaves. So as you can see, na ay patterns even ang mga branches, even ang pine cones, ng mga pine cones, even ang leaves na po yung mga pattern. So they are also visible in self-similar replication of trees. So ferns and plants throughout nature. So ano na ang ato amang jung kuan ato no sa nature man kita nag-focus sa ato ang pattern. So akong gihatag nga example is ano po dyan sa makita po dyan sa nature. Actually, patterns of visual not only in the nature as what we defined sa pattern ganina nga it can be human-made designs, mga ganon. So it is not necessary nga tanan nga visuals makita nga pattern is from sa definition nato diri is leaves, from branches, from trees. So ano lang ni siya, kani siya akong ipakita kani nga atong meaning is for nature lang jud ni siya. Okay? So next, our second kind of pattern, we have pattern of flow. So may I call on Aliling to read the meaning of patterns of flow. Okay? Okay, thank you, Miss Aliling. The flow of liquids provides an inexhaustible supply of nature's pattern. Okay, is what you can see wave. Oh, from the word flow. So mag-flow, flow, ganun, ganun. Okay. Patterns of flow are usually found in water, water, stone, and even in the growth of trees. So mag-pattern, pattern, kaya sila. Okay, that is why. Oh, we have another one. There is also a flow pattern present in meandering rivers with a repetition of undulating lines. As you can see from the picture given here, tanawa ang iyang river. So, naa siya ano, pattern po gagana na dito. Then, na po siya ka na undulating mga, ay, di ba lines is just, ano, not only straight lines, but also the curve, curve yung line. Nag-repetition po siya. So, that is why mo na siyang nabilang siya sa patterns of flow. So, we have here the next, this is the third kinds of pattern. So, pattern of movement. So, in the human walk, the feet strike the ground in a regular rhythm. Di ba maglakaw ta natay ginatawag nga left, right, left, right, left, right nga rhythm, even mag-walk ang human, di ba? When a horse, a four-legged creature works, there is more a complex but equally rhythm pattern. So, mabisan ang ano mga four legs ng mga animals, di ba? Mag pattern man japo na sila kay syempre ang tao dili jud na sa human, so dili gid ta magdungag lakaw ang tiil, so alternate. So sa ano pod um, sa four-leg creature pod sa mga animals most especially, so bisan four na sila di pud na sila magdungan og tikang, like alternate ja po na sila. Mo yang gimin diri nga there is more a complex but equally rhythm pattern kay rhythm ra po na sila alternate pero di never gud na sila magdungan. Okay, so that is why. So may I call on Akabal to read the slide, to read what is written here. Okay. All right. Thank you for reading, Mr. Akabal. So again, this pattern of movement, this prevalence of patterns in locomotion extend to the scuttling of insects, the flights of birds, and the pulsation of jellyfish, and also the wave-like movement of fish, worms, and snakes. So, like, snake. So, di ba, ang iyahang movement, ganon-ganon. So, naapod siya pattern, di ba? Same ang worms, ganon. Di ba, ang fish kay mag-ana na sad, oh. So, that is why mo siya na siya wave-like movement. So, that is why nabilong siya sa patterns of movement. Even ang birds, di ba mag-fly ang bird, maganon-ganon, ana man jud siya. So, lahi sad kaayo og ang birds maglupad nga so ba? Mura siya maglangoy, di ba lain sad. O mo na siyang ginatawag siya og naa siya pattern of movement because in every animals na siya different kinds of a different style of movement. Mo na siya nag-pattern pod. Okay, here. What is the next one? It is the fourth one, right? Okay, patterns of rhythm. So, may I call on, who else? May I call on Makahilos to read the, ano, the meaning of rhythm from our discussion here. Okay, rhythm. Okay, thank you for reading, Miss Makahilo. So, I will repeat. For everybody, please listen. Rhythm is conceivably the most basic pattern in nature. Okay, basic. Our hearts and lungs follow a regular repeated patterns of sounds or movement whose timing is adapted to our body needs. Oh, just like for example sa example nato diri sa picture as we can see, na siya ang pattern niya is heartbeat na siya nga pattern, di ba? Muna siya ginaingon nga basic pattern sa nature. It is because every human syempre mukuan jud ta, maginhawa jud ta, mo jud nato ang ano. So muna siyang na siya regular nga pattern, na regular kasi nakaingon ta regular kasi if normal ang ato ang heartbeat, normal mao jud na siya ang iyang pattern. But if naa siya irregularities, mausog na ang pattern niya. Muna siyang na siya kasi nga when we say regular, so it means na po na siya irregular. So ang regular mao na siya na siya pattern, sound, movement, regular lang siya. Pero if there's something wrong with your feelings or something related sa imong heart nga nakapa-change, so na siya irregularity, so pattern japon siya, rhythm ra gyapon siya, di ba? Nang di ba class na ta maka-observe pud ta nga bisag unsaon natong pugong atong ginhawa, but still our heart is nagyapon beat. Okay, next is the patterns of texture. Yes, can I call on Miss Salva to to define the texture based on the slide? Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Salva. Okay, the patterns of texture. It says here that a texture is a quality of a certain object that we sense through touch. Okay, through touch. So, it means, makama-feel yun na to. It exists as a literal surface that we can feel, see, and imagine. Okay. Klaro naman po siya kayo, no? Very understandable naman po siya. So, makita na to. So, ma-feel po na to ang, mura siya, di ba, nakabot, yung definition is quality of certain object that we sense through touch. So, when we touch a certain object, so ma-feel jud nato. So, yan mo na siya tawag texture. So, last but not the least, okay, we have the last na ni siya kind of pattern. We have geometric pattern. So, may I call on Mr. Garsula to define the geometric pattern based on our slide here. Okay. Okay, thank you for reading and okay, I will read it again. For everybody, please be attentive lang jud no kay apatay lang activity later. So, a geometric pattern is a kind of pattern which consists of a series of shapes that are typically repeated. So, typically repeated. So, when we say repeated, so syempre gabalik-balik siya, 'di ba? Mo na siya mostly na tumakita sa mga designs o sa mga uban pa nga mga mga tawag doon, mga plants, mga ngayon siya basta nature. So these are the regularities in the natural world that are repeated in the predictable manner. So as what you can see, more siya siya spiral, di ba? So even ang natural world, even ang plants, naa gani siya ay pattern. So, di ba, makita jud nato unsa ka amazing ang mathematics na even sa natural world nga ng mga patterns kaya pa jud ma-define pa jud, like, 'di ba, how amazing it is. So, ang ikuan ra gud ani niya, 'di ba? Sa ang geometric patterns iyang giingon typically repeated or shapes. So, ang nagpakita nato dira natural man sa plant. There are also mga designs sa mga architecture, like mga design nila na nagamit sila og geometric pattern. Kanang lang. So kana bang predictable manner, so makakita ta ni nga pattern, di makita ni makabalo na kapag the rest niya the whole niya nga visual nga ano siya, kanang geometric pattern na siya na mga spiral as we can see here. Okay, that was the that discussion is ano lang, intended lang siya sa different kinds of patterns. So we have may I call on kisa pa man wala Villa Spin, Mr. Villa Spin to numerate the 6 different kinds of pattern. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you. So again, we have mo back trace ta para makita na to klaro, no? Okay, we have ato nung i-check og sakto bagod siya sa we have patterns of visuals. Check. Okay siya, sakto. So nakuan jud, naminaw jud, no? Patterns of flow. Okay. Pila na to? 2. Patterns of movement, patterns of rhythm, patterns of texture, and lastly is geometric patterns. So I guess you guys know it very well. Jud isa pagka-practice madining akong estudyante. Okay, natay another, our last activity. This activity is called minute papers. So I will give you at least 5 minutes 5 minutes to answer one question only for each group. So group 1 is will answer the question 1, and the group 2 will answer the question 2, and so on. There are five groups and 5 questions. So each group will answer your specific question. So group 1, we have Abalencia, Cabal, Aliling, Amaro, Bartolome, and Bilar. So you have to choose your leader, or yes, to present it in front. But first, prepare a at least extra or scratch or extra paper lang jud to answer the given question, and then each group will each group will present or share your answer in front. Okay? So muna siya ang group 1, di ba? So klaro na ako instructions. So we have also group 2 na siya. Cabildo Caiso, Di Jesus, Del Cruz, Dunganon. So mo choose pud mo og dili siya leader na lang, mo choose na lang mo representative nga mo the same siya kaganina nga mo stand in front to share your answers. Okay, we have group 3, Ganan Garsulaha Manron, Lapinig, Makahilos Mangkit, and group 4, we have Nunez, Patrice Perong, Ponce, Quijano, and Rabot. And the last group, group 5, we have Savagang, Salva, Somondong, Tablo, and Villa Ispen. So you have five group, and the 4 groups have 6 members. Only group 5 has only 5 members. Okay. So the question here, I will only give you 5 minutes to answer. Yes, I will only give you 5 minutes to answer, and then another. After that, each group will present your answer in front. Okay. Here are the question for group 1. Question number 1 for group 2. Question number 3. Group 2, question number 2 and 3. Question number 3. Group 4. Okay, pasunod na siya. So on. So group 1. What did you learn from our topic? Give at least 10 sentences. Sentences rather. Okay, sa group 2, give at least 2 kinds of pattern and explain each. Sa 3, give me an example of pattern of rhythm and explain. For example, kaya ra na. Sa 4, thus the discussion is helpful to you in recognizing the beauty of mathematics. Yes or no? And explain why. Okay. 5, what are your realization from the topic after the discussion? So that's it. And that's all for today. Thank you for participating, class. Thank you for response for your response, and you are very attentive to our class. And okay, let's meet another next meeting. Rather, please be prepared. Prepare your body, prepare your mind, your heart, your soul para sa to ang next na pod nga topic, and so that you will be always ready sa tanan natong activity. Okay, bye class. Bye class. Okay, thank you.